Cowboy, you see the hat, money, you see the stacks.
Live from Carbondale, Pennsylvania, this is Frankie the Lucky Dog here, sadly reporting to you that Michael Carter, known in the rap world as Big Fancy with King Fancy Entertainment, died of a heart attack Friday morning, January 28th, 2011. Carter was known for the song I-10 Cowboy featuring Bro Bro, Tank Jones, and Nussie, and later the remix featuring Kevin Gates, Tank Jones, Jack the Rippa, and Nussie. Carter was loved by many people throughout Baton Rouge, Louisiana, known to be a character with his style. He will truly be missed by everybody. He lived to be only 37. And if he was here today he would have turned 38. Happy birthday, Big Fancy. Let's take a moment of silence and take a look at all these memories, music, and what everybody cared about him for. November 9th, 2008, when I was reviewing Nussie's Feature Nussie CD. Expecting to hear old Nussie, I heard King Fancy and Jazzy Fam ridiculous ballin', and I was surprised. But it wasn't until Three-Way Street Radio's Jig City Rockstars 2 that got me into Big Fancy big time, with the I-10 Cowboy featuring Bro Bro, Tank Jones, and Nussie. Giving that song a 4.9 rating, it topped the CD's ratings at number 1. The song managed to debut on my playlist back in April 2009. On Sunday, April 12, 2009, topped my top 10 countdown. It had peaked at a nice number 26 on my playlist back in May 2009. We're going to work on Way 3000's commercial right now. First compilation commercial ever made. So this commercial will be based off of cards. Max Valley. Super. Hey, I-10 Cowgirl. 91.7. This is your boy Frankie the Lucky Dog, and you're listening to the Louisiana Pit right here. On my third radio show, I went to go call my cousin, and unfortunately, I got locked out. When I was walking through the security area and throughout the fireplace lounge, I heard the I-10 Cowboy play on the TVs, thanks to the random programming with me not even there. You see, I'm out of breath. I had to call Little Willie outside, and as soon as I tried to get back in, it locked me out. Luckily, I had music programmed. I had to just run all the way to the security office and back, and they let me in. So hopefully this never happens again. You're listening to the Louisiana Pit with your boy Frankie the Lucky Dog. You heard Big Fancy featuring Bro Bro, Tank Jones, and Nussie with I-10 Cowboy.
For the next 2 hours, hear nothing but the best.
Big Fancy's also featured in the Nussie Resurrecting the Champ DVD pre-commercial I made in November 2009. Still coming soon. VMFM 91.7. This is the Louisiana Pit with your boy Frankie the Lucky Dog. You heard I-10 Cowboy from Big Fancy featuring Bro Bro, Tank Jones, and Nussie. Rest in peace, Nussie. And we got the phone lines open. The second annual Louisiana Awards of 2009. The next category is Louisiana Song of the Year. In order to be in this category, you basically had to just have a huge song, in my opinion, that just sounded great. Here are the nominees for Louisiana Song of the Year. Big Fancy featuring Bro Bro, Tank Jones, and Nussie, I-10 Cowboy. I-10 Cowboy managed to make the number 118 spot on my top 536 songs of 2009 10th annual year-end countdown. I am about to recap the top 536 songs of 2009 right here on camera with my eyes closed. Big Fancy featuring Bro, Tank Jones, and that's it, I-10 Cowboy.
For this week, we have a theme for this show. It's been a year since rapper from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Nussie, also known as Chris Jackson, was murdered. So this whole show tonight is going to be dedicated to the late, great Nussie. I-10 Cowboy. That's Big Fancy featuring Bro, Tank Jones, and Nussie right here on VMFM 91.7. Just so tight, and you know, it definitely did a big job last year in the underground. So shout out to that song for being an I-10 anthem.
Big Fancy's featured in the Gangsta Gumbo Volume 4, the Audacity of Dope commercial too. Big Fancy featuring Bro, Tank Jones, and that's it, I-10 Cowboy. Happy Easter. Call this promotion right here. It's your boy FrankieThaLuckyDog on Easter. These are my eggs. Made them yesterday. Now my Louisiana shout-outs. Wait till you see how long this list is. Most of it's in alphabetical order. Two Slugs. Money Boy, continued here, number 88. Big Fancy, Mookie Black. Frankie here, say your prayers for Big Fancy. He had heart surgery and he needs a kidney, thanks to Big Mike Benson for telling us. So we wrote, where is it? Big Fancy, a letter. Big Fancy. He's gonna survive, I know. We keep him in his prayers, he's gonna survive. It was a dark Wednesday night when it started lightning in the sky. All of a sudden, I got a missed call voicemail from my boy, Big Fancy.
Yo, FrankieThaLuckyDog, this is Fancy, just hit you up. I just got to tell Big Mike, I appreciate the love, hit me up.
I was shocked and surprised, could not believe it. Missed calls yesterday in Fancy, I almost said yesterday in class. Big Fancy, we just called him. I was on the phone with him. Look at this. 21 minutes, 10 seconds. I think, take a look at the wall. Look at the Big Fancy.
I got that Rolls Royce now.
Big Fancy featuring Down Bad and Lil Jamie. That's a premiere right there, called Clean as a Whistle. And Big Fancy definitely catchy with that one. But I have to say that Big Fancy's been battling a lot of problems. Nothing to do with jail or anything, but like battling a lot of unexpected problems. For example, when I was doing the shuffle mix around that time, he was in the hospital. He had like a heart attack and like he needed a kidney or something, and you know, we felt real bad for him. I was hoping I-10 Cowboy was going to play, you know, within the shuffle mix, and too bad it didn't. But, you know, I wrote him a letter. He really appreciated it. And he had called me one day in my global morality class. I had checked the voicemail. I was so happy. And then I got to talk to him the day after. He's real focused with everything. And, you know, he really wants to get me some music. He's really, you know, doing a great job with, you know, trying to get music out there. But the second thing that happened to him was that his Rolls Royce, as you heard in the beginning of the song, his Rolls Royce got wrecked recently. Oh, Big Fancy, you need some luck. He says he's a gambler, so maybe he be getting buku chips. Lots of money. Just wishing you the best of luck, Big Fancy. Keep your head up. During May 2010, Big Fancy finally sent a huge package to me consisting of a bunch of flyers and a bunch of his CDs. Because I was on Long Island, New York at the moment, I didn't officially pick up the package till June 25th, 2010. Boy, I was excited. The only day Big Fancy and I texted was July 14th, 2010. We basically were discussing that if I got to hear the CDs he sent me yet. Unfortunately, some of them were blank CDs, so I had to wait till I got back to Pennsylvania. On the night of August 17, 2010, I finally got to review all 4 CDs Big Fancy sent me. I was playing Real Monsters for Super Nintendo on my computer, and Big Fancy CDs were the only time that I played Real Monsters on my computer while reviewing, which pretty much left a mark of memories. The commercial for Hannibal. On September 22nd, 2010, I released my 3rd mixtape compilation, The Louisiana Archives Volume 3, Chameleon Changing Chemicals, which, I'm So Clean, happens to make an appearance on there. Special guest, Rappin' Granny. She's visiting radio show today. R10 Cowboy remix, but even better, look, it's decorated the studio. Nothing. What a lineup right there. Big Fancy featuring Kevin Gates, Tank Jones, Jack the Rippa, and the late Nessie. I-10 Cowboy, the remix from last year. You know what it is. A special guest. Reading the program log of what we're playing on Jimmy the DJ Special Edition. Originally, Big Fancy told me there was no Volume 1 to I-10 by 10 the compilation, but my boy Justin proved that wrong when he sent me a copy along with a lot of other CDs back in October 2010. Walking to the Louisiana pit. It's your boy FrankieThaLuckyDog here. What will go on tonight? Stay tuned. Clean as a whistle. I'm so clean. We got I Hope You Feel Better from Your Diabetes, Big Fancy. Lil Jamie and Down Bad. I'm so clean. Oh, I'm so clean. Look at the dolly go. Woo, I'm so fresh. I'm so fresh. I'm clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle. If I had dreads, treatment to Jack the Rippa.
Oh, I'm so clean.
Oh, I'm so clean. Big Fancy, I hope you feel better. I'm praying for you. 10 Cowboy.
I'm so fresh. I'm so fresh. I'm so fresh. I'm so fresh.
Oh, I'm so clean. Gotta sing it. Big Fancy featuring Lil Jamie and Down Bad with I'm So Clean here on the Louisiana Pit with your boy FrankieThaLuckyDog. Now, keep praying for Big Fancy because I heard that he has diabetes. Ooh, just like Lil Boosie. So this is the second person from Louisiana that has diabetes that I know of. So we're praying for you, Big Fancy. Hang in there. Shout out to Big Mike once again. On October 30th, 2010, we managed to make a quick pit stop to my Aunt Linda's cabin. While there, last minute, I decided to dress up as Big Fancy for Halloween. I-10 Cowboy. I-10 Cowboy. Royal Flush. Big Fancy, you know what it is. I-10 Cowboy. Who's got cake in their pocket? Big Fancy, Dat Boy A, Lil Jamie, and Lil Mister. Great song right here. It's called I'ma Make It Happen. Buku Money! Look at him. It's Big Fancy. Buku Money! I-10 Cowboy, that boy is crazy right there. Big Fancy, featuring Dat Boy A on the hook, Lil Jamie and Lil Mister. I'ma make it happen right there. Hopefully Big Fancy feeling good from his diabetes. I always wish him luck. We got the line still open. During the recording of my debut album, Within a Personal Point of View, I shouted out Big Fancy on both my songs, Louisiana, A Sound of Love, The Cure, Future, I appreciate all the love. I love y'all dearly. The gangsta fancy fiend LeVox. Percy quick, too many to list. And also on the outro of my CD, the whole King Fancy Entertainment. Everybody at King Fancy ENT, Big Mike. Exactly 4 months after reviewing all the Big Fancy CDs he sent me, on December 17, 2010, I finally reviewed I-10 by 10 the compilation Volume 1. Big Fancy also scored a nominee on my 2010 Louisiana Awards also. Unexpected to win, well, the winner for Louisiana Compilation CD of the Year. Hopefully you are surviving your diabetes and keep putting out more music from the label. I-10 by 10, the compilation volume 4, King Fancy Entertainment. You know what it is. Definitely on and poppin'. Good job to those out. So Clean managed to hit the number 294 spot on my 11th annual year-end countdown, the top 575 songs of 2010. During the week of January 17, 2011, I was mailing out and printing my 2010 Louisiana Awards. Big Fancy, who was getting one, I was mailing it to Big Mike, his boy. During that day, I had mailed over about 38 envelopes and probably at least 100 awards. Costing about almost $56, I had a receipt that was over 3 feet long. When requesting Big Mike to give the award and my debut album to Big Fancy, unfortunately, it did not happen. On Friday, January 28, 2011, I had came back from my college after a little business to go on Facebook to something unwelcome and unthinkable. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is January 28, 2011. A little exhausted right now because I just went on Facebook and I just found this out, unfortunately, about 12 minutes ago from Brennan Thomas. And same thing with Money Boy, too. Literally having a finger shake attack right now. This is really sad. I can't even say it. I'm gonna cut. Walking down. Uh-oh, tickets. R.I.P. Big Fancy. Rest in peace, Big Fancy. Now it looks like a graveyard. Just added. Rest in peace, Big Fancy. Rest in peace, Big Fancy, King Fancy. These are the flowers, all the CDs you sent me. All over. This is your grave. We love you. My official balloon, finna set it off in the sky in a second. Rest in peace, Big Fancy. I will miss you. I'm glad I was a part of your life. Shout out to the King Fancy ENT fam. Love always. Frankie the Lucky Dog. Frankie the Lucky Dog here on a sad Friday, January 28, 2011. Unfortunately, reporting that Big Fancy died, I believe, this morning of a heart attack, and he had diabetes, so it's sad. Wrote a little, I will always miss you, and, I'm glad I was in your life. Shout out to everybody at King Fancy ENT. Love always, Frankie the Lucky Dog, and I'm gonna let it go. So, we're dedicating tomorrow's radio show to you, Big Fancy. Rest in peace. Wait, you're a star, in my opinion. That's why I bought you a star balloon. I-10 Cowboy.
So I called to...
In honor of Big Fancy's death, what I did buy, since he was a big gambler, had to buy a scratch off, and since he was an R.I.P Cowboy, I got a scratch with 10 cents too. Hopefully we'll win, just like when Nussie died, we won like $182. Sorry, it wasn't even a winner. Welcome back. Why do I got a cowboy hat on? Well, it was supposed to be, you know, leading into another great radio show until yesterday when I had found out that we had lost another rapper by the name of Big Fancy. This is the first time I've lost someone that actually has played on the radio here on the Louisiana Pit. Unfortunately, Big Fancy suffered a heart attack. I got to interview him posthumously, so we're going to get into that exclusive part 1 of 2 of the posthumous interview with Big Fancy. And we're even going to celebrate some of his music, and some of his, you know, affiliated people are going to check in the midst of all this. So make sure you listen in to BMFM 91.7 and a moment of silence for Big Fancy right now. King Fancy Entertainment, wish you were here.
Mike.
Yeah.
What's up?
On the phone, my boy Big Fancy on King Fancy Entertainment. Click, what's good?
What is the deal?
Fancy virus! Remember I said crazy edited loco! R.I.P Cowboy, woo! It's the box you sent me, Big Fancy. I made sure I kept it.
You right there where he was, you know? Still in the chest.
Starting it off, Big Fancy featuring Bro, Tank Jones, and Nussie. R.I.P Cowboy, produced by Beat Flippa. And the interview, part 1, was before that. And when I was on the show during the fall, I basically, you know, heard that Big Fancy got diabetes. And when I heard about it, I was supposed to recycle the box he sent me music in, but I actually took it and kept it because it definitely is a memorabilia, and it's sitting with me right here in the studio. So I made a smart move. Heard about the diabetes, I kept announcing it on the air. I just pray that Big Fancy just hangs in there and just feels better, can fight those diabetes. And unfortunately, he did not yesterday morning when I believe he died in his sleep over a heart attack. Well, I hate to, you know, announce it on the air and hate to just bring a sad thought, but
Playing with them, you know, this money boy.
Big Fancy. R.I.P Cowgirl. What the? We even had a Big Fancy drop. You know, he left me a voicemail the first time he called me, April 21st, 2010, while I was in class, very anticipating. We are about to play the second part of the posthumous interview that I did with Big Fancy. What else are we talking about? You gotta listen to this. It's coming up right now. And also, right after, we're gonna hear the very first time I heard Big Fancy. Was listening to Nussie's feature in Nussie's CD, and all of a sudden, like, I was expecting a Nussie song, and then all of a sudden, it just, Big Fancy came out of nowhere with this voice and this cowboy hat and, like, just craziness. And I love the originality, so I definitely, Big Fancy will be missed. So keep it locked for that, as I first heard that November 2008, reviewing the Nussie feature and Nussie CD. Here's the Big Fancy posthumous interview part 2 on the Louisiana Pit.
Hey, what up?
What's going on?
The block.
What's up with the label, King Fancy Entertainment?
I got a whole label. I got 30 artists on my label.
Okay, cool.
I got about 500 songs up for the show. I want to get out.
That's what's up.
I was blown away. Playing The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Ridiculous balling came out. King Fancy Entertainment. Stars of Fam Records. It's like, who the hell is this? What is this music we're hearing? And he just stayed focused. Rest in peace, big fan.
I'm ridiculous. I'll buy the cash. I got big money.
Crazy.
King Triple Stack.
R.I.P. Cowboy.
Big Mike. King Fancy
Everything and
Entertainment.
everything.
King Fancy Entertainment and Jazzy Fan Records. Ridiculous Ballin' from 2008. And the posthumous interview part 2 was before that, starting the set off. And it just seems like it was yesterday, just playing The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on Nintendo 64, hearing Big Fancy for the first time, and now it's over. It's just really sad. I mean, how did time go so fast? So what if it was over 2 years ago? I don't understand.
Thanks to my CEO, you know what I'm saying? He made a lot of things possible for me. Yeah, this bro. Rest in peace to Big Fancy, man. Us too, man.
I'm looking for an R.I.P. Cowboy. Looking for an R.I.P. Cowboy.
I.P. Cowboy. You see the hat, buku money. You see the stacks, and everybody know it. Hustling, ballin', grinding, shining. And everybody know it. I'm calling the shots. They making the order. I turn a brick into a brick and soul all part.
Pain, the struggle, the pain, the rain. Now we made it. They hate it.
Brown on the shirt, brown on the jeans, Cartier shades, never nigga clean. Buku money, yeah. Kingpin nigga, yeah. It don't stop, it don't stop. Oh, I'm so clean, I'm so clean, I'm so fresh.
I got cake in my pocket. I'ma make it half breaded up before rapping. I'ma make it half breaded. Bend down it up, bend down it up, bend down it up, bend down it up. Leave me bend down it up.
I'ma pay Nipsey, he gon' knock your ass off. I'ma pay Nipsey, he gon' knock your ass off.
Clean as a whistle, clean as a whistle. I'm clean as a whistle, clean as a whistle.
Hey, you know what's out, you heard me? It's the motherfucking mixtape. I 10 by 10. King Fancy Entertainment, you heard, man? Ain't no fucking games on this bitch, you heard me?
You see the hat, you see the stacks, yeah.
Chill, we gon' do the damn thing and loosen up, not loosen up. Not loosen up.
Dumb shit, I'm ready to run my life. Dumb shit, I'm ready to run my life.
Got a bang, bro, money falling on my jeans. Got a bang, bro, money falling on my jeans.
Throwing my hood up, let her tell her where I'm from. You don't know how you coming, but shit, I'm coming dumb. Shit, I'm coming dumb. Cause I'ma stay ballin', 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 ballin'.
I'ma do my step. I'ma do my step. I'ma get it up.
Get another take your spot. Why you second guessing? Why you second guessing? Why you second guessing?
I'm in between the covers trying to get it with you. Get it with you. Get it with you.
Can't go.
Get on the passenger side and lay low and let your
I see you bucking.
Where they do that at?
You jumping.
Where they do that at?
You mugging like you lost your mind or something.
Where they do that at?
I'm finna get booked by the Rippa. Like real nigga like. Rippa. Like real nigga like. I be riding high. I be super fly. I be riding high. And I be super fly. Fuck you, I'm out chill, nigga, what you want? Fuck you, I'm out chill, nigga, what you want? Y'all keep talking, I keep stunning. I ain't worried, cause I know you live a fun guy.
pretty brown right there. Let me see your squad game. I got 4 stacks in my pocket and I'ma do my thing.
Hold on, Skillz, put that shit down in my ear. What's cracking?
Hello? I see cowgirl, bitch, you see the hat? Buku money, bitch, you see the stack?
I stay clean, and my jeans be clean.
Go up in that club all night. And if I pop a pill, I'll be rolling all night. I travel around the world, live counting grand. Hustler, hustler. Please believe I'm a hustler, hustler.
I'm done. Fresh shirt, fresh pants, fresh shoes. Niggas try to swag the jack, but they can't do it.
the club, now you know, go outside, dumb shit, shoot shit up, nigga, dumb, bow, wet.
Better play the people for me, cause I ain't leaving. Better play the people for me, cause I ain't leaving. Better play the people for me.
I won't stop, no I won't stop. Try so hard, but no I won't stop. From the bottom to the top, from the
That you in there getting loaded?
I'm in the getting loaded.
That you in there getting loaded?
Yeah, I'm in the getting loaded.
Lady B.
Now let me in this bitch. Oh yeah, I'm in this bitch. Now let me in this bitch. Oh yeah, I'm in this bitch. I know it's good. She knows it's right. And you don't have to come here with me, but you can spend the night, girl.
Get foolish, don't let me lose it. I get stupid, I get foolish. Yeah, I'm rolling off the beam. Rolling off the beam.
Yeah, I'm rolling off the beat, yeah, rolling off the bitch, I'm rolling off the beat.
Hey, yeah, you like to argue when you not at home, man. I be out in there, hiding, left it with.
Don't, he be cutting up, and he be cutting up, and she be cutting up, and
Kingpin entertainment, sing for the lady, for the lady. Kingpin entertainment, sing for the lady, for the lady.
You want me to give it to her slow, give it to her slow.
you ain't never met a nigga like me. Might have thought you did, but she ain't not like me. You ain't never seen no shoes like me.
I'm a top-notch bitch, a top-notch, and I do some top-notch shit, a top-notch, my bread game official.
My sex game crazy. I know you feeling me. And girl, I've been thinking of your body right next to me. I'm sorry. And you ain't saying I'm saying I got money, you ain't coming, I'm sorry.
Ass on her, like the way she talk. Yeah, her booty talk. Yeah, her booty talk.
Don't put a nigga in that mood. Mix that brown with that white and just become a damn fool. Fucking with me while I'm loaded, must not know I cut your toes.
This was for my little nigga. Anyone that did that to a bitch, I'ma deal with you. This ain't that liquor on that.
But what they say, only God can love me, so he can get smashed and get the fuck out my face.
Stop Shoptown ball, H-Town, that's the way I ball. I'ma do it for my niggas. Shit, I'ma do it for
I swag with my eyes on focus. I got too many haters, wouldn't think that you notice. Cause I'm so cold.
I be bucking, I be jumping, can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm on another level, and I'm about whatever. I be
Kingpin entertainment. Rest in peace, Nussy. Free Kevin Gates. Fancy how that found him. He got a nigga money right. And niggas hating that. Well, fucking your ass if you ain't rolling with us. B.I.
Buku money, buku stacks. I did Cowboy. Yeah.
Come my way, baby, I'm no lie. You get in the way like Gates, I'm gonna reply.
Got buku money. Yeah. Kingpin nigga. Yeah. It don't stop.
Miss Street niggas got the trap on fire, 365.
Let me tell you what we can do. I'm thinking you on the same page, you feeling freaky too. And I'm live. Nigga, the mother nigga.
100 bitches in the club, which one I'm gon' fuck? Which one I'm gon' fuck? Which one I'm gon' fuck? 100 bitches in the club.
When I hit the club, honey falling on my jeans. I can make it rain, ain't nothing but a thing. When I hit the club,
I smell like pussy in here. It's coming from your side.
How you do that shit? Yeah. How you do that shit, baby? Hey.
From the bottom to the top, who the shots that you haters make a nigga wanna ride.
black is part of the southern living. Many be keeping wicked. Killers become a victim. Mine go kick. I got my money right. I got my money right. Can't you move when I'm coming through? Oh, I'm a dog.
She won't give me head. She won't give me head. She won't give me head. She want me to rip her.
They can keep laughing, I'ma keep trapping. They can keep laughing, I'ma keep trapping.
No, I won't stop. Try so hard, but no, I won't stop. From the bottom to the top.
Okay.
but he ain't forget, you know. He right there where he was, you know, still in that chair, you know. It's another dog. We ain't gonna lie. We had a lot of, you know, times, like a lot of stuff I did, I couldn't do without him, you know what I'm saying? Took us everywhere, went from what? Mississippi, you know, and everywhere we did shows and everything with this man. It's like, just seen this man the other day, talked to him, he gone now, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't the owner, you know, he was really a street pusher, he was a hustler, you know what I'm saying? He taught us how to got grind on. He was like, man, if you ain't in the streets, you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? That what motivated us, you know, big fancy, man. King fancy, you know what I'm saying? It still ain't over with, you know what I'm saying? We still do our thing, you know what I'm saying? But we love you, though, you know, even though you ain't here. Man, what's up? You know, this is Money Boy. King Fancy NT, my big dog gone, you know, but I'ma hold it down here, man. That was my motherfucking dad out here, you know. Took care of nigga out here, you know, so I'ma rip it to the end. Young boss, King Fancy NT, I'm taking over, and we gonna run it this year, you hear me? My dog Frankie gonna make sure he get everything out here to y'all, so you know how we finna do it for 2011, man. It don't stop cause my dog gone. We still gonna hold it down, we still gonna rip it, you know, King Fancy NT, R.I.P. Nussy, R.I.P. Fancy, you know, free Kevin Gates. That's how we coming for 2011, man. It don't stop, man. Shout out to my boy Reddy, you know, he held me down too last night when a nigga was doing bad, you know. So shit, that's just how we finna do it, man. The whole King Fancy, we still out here and we ain't going nowhere. Shout out to FrankieThaLuckyDog again, man. Thank you, bro. It's your boy J-Skillz, the Track Assassin, King Fancy Entertainment. Be fans for my CEO, you know what I'm saying? He made a lot of things possible for me. A lot of other people on my label, and a lot of other people trying to be artists and everything. You know what I'm saying? He was a big part of my life in music. You know what I'm saying? He got us shows and all that. You know what I'm saying? He got us exposed to what the music industry actually could do for us. You know what I'm saying? And big Fancy, you will be missed, bro. Coming from your boy J-Dub, King Fancy Entertainment. I'm gonna keep you rocking, my boy. Hey man, I feel like this, man. Baton Rouge lost a real pioneer in the game, man. Big Fancy, King Fancy, ENT, I-10, Cowboy, Mr. Yeehaw, everything and everything. Fancy was a true character to this game, man. He will live on. His music gonna live on. Everything is gonna be everything. Nothing's gonna change. It's just gonna make the music even better, just like we knew he would want it, and everything on that level, man. But Fancy was the true here in Baton Rouge, the I-10 Cowboy, the real Cowboy. I'm talking about buku money, buku stacks. Everything is still going on. There's nothing gonna stop. This thing ain't gonna never stop. In the words of Fancy, I-10 Cowboy. Yeah, this bro. Rest in peace to Big Fancy, man. Us too, man. But see, Fancy, they them OGs. I look up to them, man. One love to Big Fancy, man. I'm gonna miss you, bro. Yeah, well, what I knew about my man is I grew up with him. We went to high school together and grew up in the same neighborhood. And dude was always like motivated to do something. We may not have known what it was, but he always had this motivation and this thing with him where he was gonna do it regardless of what it took and like what limits it took. He was gonna shine and do him, and that's what I remember most about him because like he was a good person in spirit, and if you knew him, you was gonna always be laughing. You know what I'm saying? He was that kind of person, but they lost a big factor to Baton Rouge music, scene, and he basically came home and did that, and it didn't take him long to do it. So I respect him for that, and he did his thing while he was here, and that's much love, and things go down, but in a better place because he was sick, and he was suffering with different sicknesses. So things happen, and but he was a good person overall, and that's what I know about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That boy, the buddy, you heard me, shining in. King Fancy Entertainment. All day for life, you heard me. This is my dog, rest in peace, Big Fancy, you heard me. He been a big part of my life, you know what I'm saying? I came in there with the Donkey Boys, you know what I'm saying? Came in there dropping hits. For a real nigga he is, he let me, you know what I'm saying, come up in there, drop shit for free, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Took me on my first show. We rock shows all day, you know what I'm saying? That's just the type of nigga he was, you know what I'm saying? He was sad as hell when I went to the funeral, you know what I'm saying? Looked in the casket, I was like, fuck, man.
Yeehaw! Man, R.I.P. to that big dog, big fancy, man. It's Way 3000, Three-Way Street Radio, and we holding it down to the I-10 Cowboy. You already know that boy sitting trends with the cowboy hat and the big genie outfits, big Mike, big roller, big dog. Been having money since the 80s. And R.I.P., man. That nigga blessing it, man. That nigga fuck with Three-Way. You already know. Hustler, baby, Parktown, king of the streets. Shout out to Fancy and his family. I'm out.
Well, shit, man, me and Big Fancy, we wound up bumping heads, man, in 2000, you know. He real with me, you know what I'm saying? We wound up getting on the same level, getting on the same label, you know. We were dope celebrities, so it just popped out like that, man. And, you know, him dying, man, that really kind of touched everybody, man, because, you know, he was really, you know, he really did what he could did what he did, you know what I'm saying, for everybody, bro. So, just him being gone, man, is like, it's a big old part, you know, or the whole family missing, you know. And, man, shit, he gonna be missed, you know what I'm saying? He missed right now, so, you know, we just want to tell him happy birthday, man, you know what I'm saying, and we gonna hold it down for you, for real.
Yeah, Frankie, man, I'm happy you got me on here to talk about Big Fancy, man. Honestly, man, Big Fancy had meant a lot to me, man. I definitely wish that he would have stayed here longer with us. I can recall the very first time that I met Fancy, man. Actually, Nipsey had brought him by, you know what I'm saying, and to do some artwork. And, but besides the artwork, man, he always kept it real. He always kept young people on game. He was a good dude to the streets, and we're going to miss him a lot, bro.
Big Fancy, to me, he was just a character. I mean, to lose a character is just horrible. Can't even describe it. Characters like me, Nussie, Big Fancy, etc., we basically create the world in a different way. Original, and everybody loves it. Just so sad to lose Big Fancy. I'm just so glad I got to, be a part of his life. Even though it was for under a year, definitely made something happen for me. FrankieThaLuckyDog.
Yeah, what up? Here, Red. FrankieThaLuckyDog, and I just want to say, dealing with Fancy, his real name is Michael Carter. And we go way back. It all started like in 92. I used to see the dude coming around outside the clubs. Even back then, he had big knots of money, Used to get his grind on, doing music around the streets, Tight with C-Loc and all the boys from the concentration camp, and people like that. Big Head used to look up to him, He looked up to him for a while and stuff like that. But other than that, we had a little jail time together. We used to bump heads in here and there. Seemed like we had talked about this a long time ago, And I was doing my thing, he was doing his thing, Fancy just showed me another way of how to do things, and so that way there kept me on, And we put together our heads with the book smart part of it, street smart. We put together our minds and we started building. With that label, you would never find nobody else like it. Dude take care of everybody. They even had bums on the street at his funeral, Bums from off the street, homeless people was all at that man's funeral, I even asked one of them, I was like, man, no, didn't I see you on 42nd? He was like, yeah, I'll be all over. He was like, how Fancy, pick him up, take him to buy my outfit, feed him, put him in a room for a night, let him wash up and stuff, He did stuff like that randomly, without asking. You didn't have to ask. He could be somebody or he could be in the presence of Fancy and somebody will complain about a light bill that they can't pay. And he'll slip him the money and pay it. That's the kind of dude he was, and didn't ever look for anything back. One thing about him, though, that people didn't understand was that, like, if you crossed him, If you showed him one sign of betrayal or unloyalty, he was through with you. You know, they got a few that would be like, I don't mess with him and this and that, but those few be broke. You know, I bet you they broke. They don't have, they struggling. You know, and when they was with us, you know what I'm saying? It was all everybody was eating. You know, a lot of people come get with you and try to, music over there was free. You record for free. You ain't finna find nowhere in the world where you can record for free. I mean, didn't even care about the studio equipment. He just go in there and produce. Go produce. I don't care how long you stay in there. I'm gonna pay all light bills paid. Just produce. You know what I'm saying? And they get big-headed and want to sneak these songs and go other places and try to make it here and there, and they always come back, with their heads down, and you ain't coming back in the door. It's over. No matter how much, it's over. I had to beg and plead for one of the guys to come back. It took him like 2 months before he let the dude back. You know what I'm saying? And after the dude came back, everything worked out, but when he through with you, he was through with you, man. Dude, just a good dude. I mean, right before he left, we was at the Bayou Classic. He had his little nephews and all. We ride up and down Bourbon Street, in that Rolls Royce, filming a video, all in the French Quarters, Had his little nephews. They was like his sons. You could say them his sons. Right after that, he come New York for the first, flew down there and watched the apple fall. He did all that, He built his dad a whole big old workshop behind the house and remodeled his mama whole house. But he did this all within the last 90 days before he died. I was wondering, did he know you was going to go? He did all this right before he went, the Christmas party, he threw that. Forgot to mention that. His whole family rented a ballroom. His whole family, he threw that. And doing all these things right behind each other, then for him to go, I know he had a triple bypass surgery, and I was wondering, did that man tell him he had a certain time to live? Because it seemed like right before he went, exactly almost a year later, all this happened, And he did all those things for everybody, then left. You know what I'm saying? And everything out his studio I got, all the couches and all the furniture, the music equipment I bought. I didn't want it to go anywhere, I'm going to keep pushing, Coming to get your records, King Fancy Entertainment. I got love for him for life. I got a lot of clippings for him. We had started a TV show called King Fancy TV. We did 2 episodes. The first 2 episodes we going to lay up there. I'm going to do that, King Fancy TV. Then I'm going to change the name. It's something that'll fit both of us, I haven't thought of it yet, but the TV show going down. And, we was paying half on everything, And now it's all on me, and I don't have nobody to help me no more, so I'm going to keep doing it. That's one of our mottos. It don't stop. And it ain't going to stop out here. We're going to keep on pushing. That's how I'm going to keep it going. And I never met nobody like him. I have a lot of guy friends or business associates. I never met one that cared about whether you was doing good or bad out here. He cared about whether you was doing good or bad. He the type that care about, whether or not your kid eat if you died. If I would have died before him, if my kids needed anything, I have no doubt in my mind that he wouldn't do it like I'm doing for his right now, And that's for life. All of us looking out for his son and his nephews and stuff, because they was with him every day. They was with him every day. They like his sons. He would just say they his sons. They was with him every day. Never talked back to his mom a day in his life. So disrespected a lot of guys that did. I remember one time we was incarcerated. Somebody was on the phone telling his mama bad man Fancy went off on that dude in front of everybody. That dude damn near looked like he wanted to cry. Really wanted to punch Fancy, but he had a stand. He was driving him. But everybody was like, dude was right. He was totally wrong. 100% wrong. Especially at a time like that when you need your mothers or parents the most. It's like when you're incarcerated, that'd be all you have anyway. But Fancy, good dude. they take it away from them. And those who have anything bad to say about them, he's lying. He's lying. Just like a lawyer. If you don't pay him, he's gonna give you minor work. You know what I'm saying? You get him paid, he gonna do what he says. You know what I'm saying? The dudes there get big-headed and all that. They go another way. Introduce him to Kevin Gates. Gates on our team. Ball here, Reed. You know, co-CEO of King Fancy Entertainment. It comes right from the horse's mouth. That's how it happens. You know, that's how it's gonna be. And it's gonna live. We got an album coming out and a TV show. You know, that was Life King. We working on a title. We need to work on this. Want to do Life after King Francis. Life within King Francis Entertainment. And keep that going like that. A compilation album. But that's how that is. Francis was always a good guy. You know. With my daughter, I didn't know my daughter loved him that much to say she barely was around him. Tiffany was crying. My daughter Tiffany was crying. I'm like, she barely even made him, but you know, he cared about me. You know what I'm saying?
Are you still there? He went all the way until the service dropped. Hey, what up?
What's cracking?
Nothing. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I wanted to return your call from yesterday. I was in class.
Yeah, man, Big Mike had this problem another. We're sitting right there calling right now.
Okay, cool. You're out of the hospital now?
Yeah, I'm out of the hospital. I'm on my way to Texas right now.
I've been praying for you every night. It's a big plus.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I've been out of the hospital since last Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been doing pretty good. Don't feel it better.
Yeah, and it's cool talking to you.
Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna never let up. I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna mash down on it hard, though.
Yeah, 'cause you're a king.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna put out about 10,000 copies right now. 5 different compilations. And I'm gonna shoot 10 videos.
Yeah.
Right now.
That's what's
I'm gonna
up.
mash down on it, huh?
That's what's up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess what Big Mike was telling me that you found out about me from him.
No, I found out about you on the internet. I seen all the commercials.
Oh.
I've been checking all the commercials out.
Okay, what do you think? What do you think?
I liked them. I thought you were local or something. I was already planning on getting some kind of way. I didn't know Big Mike knew you said he carried stories.
Yeah.
Stuff about a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the commercials.
Yeah, and you're doing, pretty big things like, I, play, the I-10 Cowboy song on my radio show.
Where's your radio show at?
It's Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just up here for college and all that.
Oh, okay, but you still playing?
Yeah, I play, the songs, upload the lists on the internet and just, do my thing with it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, they know about you from the internet.
Yeah, and your I-10 Cowboy song, it put the P in patience for my radio editing because that was the first song I ever radio edited where it was excessive.
Okay.
Yeah, like I actually spent 30 minutes radio editing it. Yeah, because usually a radio edit takes me 15 minutes, but that song took me 30. Yeah, and I wanted to show it love, so I played it a bunch of times on my radio show, including, the Rust in Peace Nussy tribute show I had 2 months ago.
Yeah, I got more versions of it without cursing.
Yeah, it's okay because, like, you know, I already radio edited it, and I'm going to finally radio edit the remix and get that on the air, you know, sooner or later.
You talking about the radio mix, the remix and Kevin Gates on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, alright.
I show the most love to Louisiana, Baton Rouge. I know you know that.
Louisiana?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I ain't been on there in a minute, a couple months now. Boy, I last I was looking at all your composers. I was like, damn, what is this? I thought you was somebody right around town, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like how all that put together.
With Nussie's MySpace, like, you know, you weren't in his top friends, so I put you in his top friends.
Huh?
I put you in Nussie's top friends.
Man, listen.
Yeah.
Okay, is your top friends?
Yeah, like Nussie's top friends, I made sure you and Big Mike got in there.
Oh, okay, alright. I was in there one time. Somebody must have took me out of there.
Yeah, I made sure I put you in there just now.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I do his page here and there.
Yeah. Somebody been through a movie or something on this. Do you know about that?
What's the movie?
I don't know what it is. I don't know. People just been telling me about it.
Oh, yeah, well, somebody's doing like a DVD. It's like the actual person that, you know, gave me the birth of my Louisiana connection. His name's like Jimmy the DJ. He's the one that started...
Gangsta Gumbo?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, he's the one that started my whole, like, you know, buzz for Louisiana. So he's, like, you know, the birth of it. So, like, you know, he's coming out with the Resurrecting the Champ DVD.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think he interviewed you, because in the pre-commercial I have that, you know, interviewed by Big Fancy, this one, that one, and all that.
Yeah, come you with me on whatever.
Yeah.
I got a whole label. I got 30 artists on my label.
Okay, cool. Big thing is, like, I want, like, those hard copies, like, one of each CD. I want them, like, sent to me so, you know, I can review them, do commercials for them, and, you know, like, put them on the radio.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to do. When I get back home, I'm going to get you a copy of all of them. You got to take me your own track.
Yeah, I'll do that when I get off the phone with you.
And take me my email address, and I'm going to mail them all to you. I'm going to mail you everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds good. That sounds like a one to me. All you got to do is check me the address, and when I get back, I'm going to have to see you no later than Tuesday next week.
Okay, and anything else going on with you?
No, that's all. Basically what I'm going to do is release all the copies and do a video. I just bought me a Rolls Royce.
Okay.
That's going to help enhance my career.
Yeah, and somebody I talked to that's a part of your label is Money Boy.
Yeah, Money Boy, he's one of my artists.
You got my number, of course, you know, and I got yours.
Oh, yeah, I got it. I'm here to jump on. Let you know if anything breaks.
Yeah, 'cause you know, I'm a team with everybody. I always, you know, like, help everybody out at any time. Like, you need something, I make sure I have it done for you.
Man, I'm going to send you a lot of music. I'm going to see all my pictures so you can look me up one of the raw commercials.
Yeah, and you got a lot of pictures on your MySpace, too.
Yeah, they all on there. I mean, they all on my, I got pictures of every song.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be hitting you up with some shit.
Yeah, and I was real glad when you called yesterday, 'cause, like, when I was in class, I was looking at the number, and I was like, you know, like, I thought it was the guy from the radio station, and I saw the 225, and I was like, shit, yeah, it's for a Baton Rouge number. So then I heard the voicemail when I was on break, and I'm like, you know, oh my God, it's you, and I'm like, you know, shit, I really want to call you back, and, like, you know, like, I was just real glad you hit me up.
I'm gonna communicate with you.
Yeah. How do you feel, like, you know, now that you're finally talking to me? Like, how does it affect you in a good way? Like, how good is it?
They let me know everything I'm doing is working.
Yeah.
They let me know all this work I'm putting in, I ain't putting it in for nothing.
Yeah, and you know,
Somebody listening, somebody watching.
yeah, and like especially me holding you down in the hospital and all that.
Oh yeah, all right, I appreciate all that, love. Appreciate all of that.
Yeah, and like, you know, even down for my people when they're in jail, like I always hold them down in jail.
Oh, see, I've only been doing it for 2 years.
Yeah.
I've done for 8 years. I just got out 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, not even 2 years.
Oh.
Yeah. I just got out messing with Lucy and started rapping. See, I grew up with Lucy, but Lucy grew up under me. But I've been had a rap label back in the game, which is all the way legit, but I went to the pen.
What up?
Frank.
Yeah?
What's jumping?
What's good with ya?
Man, the reason I ain't sent y'all this system, guess what?
What happened?
I didn't want to send it. I wanted to send it to you all the way packaged up with all the names and everything.
Okay.
And we ain't finished. We pressed up a lot of them today, but I'm getting the artwork, the insert stuff, and we gotta put them the playlist and put on the back. Cause I just ordered like 10,000 blanks from disc makers and all. They just them blanks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They just them CDs. They silver on both sides. But you know when you put them, once I put them in there, the only way you're gonna be able to read, know what song's on the disc is you have to pull the insert out and read the back of the insert.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to send them to you. That's why I had to wait till we get all this shit together. I was looking at your address today. All this shit almost done, though. I'm talking about like this week.
Okay, cool, because it's like, you know, I'm still trying to get through with the reviews that, like, I've been trying to do, so it's like it'd probably be good timing.
I'm going to send 5 different CDs.
Okay.
Everything going to be packaged up, everything going to be, you know, like it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
There's a song on the radio out there right now called I'm So Clean.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the radio right now.
Yeah.
I ain't been on MySpace in a while.
Yeah, it was it might have been January 21st or some shit, like when I went onto your page, and I was like, you know, the good thing is I have your number, so it's like, you know, that's a good thing.
Yeah. I need to get somebody on that shit. I ain't been messing with it in a while.
Yeah.
I'm working on a lot of shit right now. I had got me a Rolls Royce, but they wrecked it as soon as I got it.
Oh.
So that messed up everything because I want everything to come out together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that messed it up.
And I'm glad, like, you know, I fucks with you in a major way, because, like, you seem like a big dog with everything. Like, you're doing all the inserts and everything. You ordered 10,000, you know, blank discs or whatever, and it's like, you know, like, I feel like I don't know many people that do that. So it's like, you know, at least you have a lot of, you know, strengths with what you do.
Oh, yeah, I do everything. So to put out like 10,000 copies.
Yeah. How about producing? Do you produce?
No, I got them in there, though. They're in my studio.
Like, produce beats?
Yeah, they do it in my studio. I just bought that big Phantom 8 keyboard.
Okay, yeah. I produce my own beats at times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I barely rap now.
Oh, how come?
I let the youngsters do that. All they do, see what they do, they sample I got shit in the computer that they sample the lyrics, and they just put it in the songs, and they just sample me in the songs. They put me in them like I'm in them, but I'll never even be in there.
Yeah, like they do that to my boy B-Bird, like DJ B Real does. Like if you hear like bow, 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 that's him, and like, you know, he gets uncredited. So like every time a song like that comes up, I say featuring B-Bird because like, you know, it's, you know, true.
Yeah.
And like what words are sampled, you know, when they sample you?
Huh?
What words are sampled when they sample you?
Oh, it's just like little saying shit that I say.
Oh.
In the yee-haw.
Okay.
They tell me the yee-haw in a lot of songs. Yeah, a lot of, you know, what you call FrankieThaLuckyDog.
Yeah.
I got about 500 songs. I'm finna throw all that shit out though.
Yeah. Who else do you fuck with?
Shit, I fuck with a lot of. I'm gonna tell you how I do it, bro. I fuck with them all, but I don't really go out the way to fuck with nobody. I bring in my studio and I got my own team, and I try to build everything around us. Anybody want a feature or want us to feature, they come through and we do something with it. So we fuck with everybody, but we just don't. It ain't like, you know, we be at our studio every day doing us. If you come through, you want to come through and fuck with us, it's all good. That's how we play it, you know.
Yeah.
But we don't go to other studios and all this shit, you know. Let's call us and want to come do something. You know, that's how we do it.
Yeah, and
I got a song on the radio right now. I paid them to play that on the radio.
oh, what'd you give them?
800.
Oh, it's still like, I don't know, I still find that weird. With me, like, I got your song on the radio for free.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
What's your song like the internet? You the internet radio though, huh?
Well, it's a college radio station. Like, I actually, you know, do it at my college, and it does broadcast live on the internet.
Okay, but around college, when they turn the radio station to the college station, they hear your music.
Yup.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, all the major radio stations, like, they want money too.
Oh.
They want money too. Everybody want money to play shit if you ain't signed up major labels.
Yeah.
I wish they had some of them underground radio stations out here.
Yeah. That's why.
I thought about one of them transmitters.
Yeah, and I tell people, I'm like, you know, listen to my radio show.
Yeah, I do everything new, but I got to pull it off. I'm seeing the thing about buying one of them underground radio stations.
Yeah.
I heard you can get them off Florida. I heard you can get a transmitter for about $3,500.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
That's good. And, like, you know, I feel like because my radio show is very valuable, I feel like for some reason when it retires, that it won't actually retire, that it'll continue somewhere else. Like, I just feel like it should continue in Baton Rouge. Like, the Louisiana pit should go to Baton Rouge.
It don't stop, man.
Yeah.
The song already done being down bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had talked to them tonight. They came by the studio tonight.
Okay. Yeah, and you don't got a Facebook, right? You just have MySpace?
Yeah, I just got MySpace.
And how about the people that, you know, you fuck with on a daily basis and the people you fuck with in the studio? Do they know about me?
Yeah, well, the artists and shit, because they be on the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, they be on there. Yeah, they be on there. Yeah, that's what they do. That's how they... That's all. That's the only way they know getting their music out is through the internet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to show them nothing. No, we need hand-to-hand combat. You got to get out and put this shit in people's hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't no goddamn click to your page. Yeah, this bullshit about how many hits it got. A hit ain't paying you a quarter.
Yeah, and like people try to use like programs or some shit. It's like, you know, with me, look how many things I do, no matter the views it gets, just look how many things I do. You know, how do you make your money pretty good?
Oh man, that's a big ass gambling operation.
Oh, gambling? Oh, okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I make $800,000, $900,000, $1,200, $1,300 down there every day.
Oh, wow. And, like, even down to that, like, how do people take you serious to pay you? Like, because I'm a good gambler. Like, I've, you know, been gambling since I was, like, well,
people say like 10, and I've been, you know, that's why I'm FrankieThaLuckyDog.
Yeah. We shoot dice and play cards every day, all day.
Yeah. Who knows, I might win against you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm the house man, though. I cut. In my studio, I got a big old dice table.
Okay.
Yeah.
And and
I cut.
Okay, you play craps?
Huh?
Do you play craps?
Yeah, that's what we do every day.
Okay. And
I cut 6 and 8. Sometimes I cut crap.
yeah, I played craps for like the first time a month ago when I went to my college. They had casino night. I was doing pretty good because, you know, they had that like 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12 thingy or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all we do, man.
Yeah, and now the people that lose to you, they're not sore whiners.
Uh-huh.
Like they don't say, oh, I just lost $500. You know, you can go fuck yourself or something like that.
Nah, if you lose a lot of money, I'm going to give you an out, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a chance to win it back. I'm going to give you, if you lose, I see you lost $1,000, I'm going to give you $100.
Yeah.
Once you lose it, that's your ass, though.
So now with your Rolls Royce getting wrecked, did you get money back?
Huh?
Did you get money back from your wrecked Royce?
I didn't even report it to the insurance company because it was on us. You know, my mechanic did it.
Oh.
Put call the police and all that shit.
Yeah, I look forward to just, you know, meeting you and everybody else, you know, one day.
Oh, yeah. We're going to meet up somewhere. I move around, man.
Yeah. And how have you been feeling, like, you know, heart-wise?
I've been all right. I've been taking care of myself.
That's good.
Trying to eat right, you know.
Yeah, because you're young, and I feel that you definitely, you know, you're going to, you know, live a long time. And that's how I feel about people. They're going to live a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm about to make it. Too many people depending on it.
Yeah, next month I'm going to be 22.
22?
Yeah.
Oh, you just 21?
Yeah.
Damn, you're a youngster, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I did was around that old youngster.
Like, how old would you have guessed I was?
Oh, I thought you was about 28, 29.
I can just imagine how much my life would change since then. Like, who would have thought at 19 I would have, like, a Louisiana connection start?
Yeah. Yeah, but you see where you going, though, you going to pull it off, though.
Yeah, because it's like, by the time I am 29, I'm going to have thousands of reviews done. Probably have a lot of those, a lot of videos. I picture myself as like, you know, I don't know where I'm going to live. I mean, I hope I get to Baton Rouge a bunch of times by then. And it's like, you know, I feel that I'm going to have, like, a lot of documentary things done. And just, you know, I could just imagine how many people I'll know in Baton Rouge by then, because it's like I'm pretty big now.
That's right. Yeah, by then it's gonna be going down.
Yeah. And number one thing, I'm gonna stay alive. I don't believe in death. I don't believe in it. Yeah, and like, you know, I don't believe in car accidents either. I never witnessed one. I never saw one either.
Yeah. I can't say I never seen them. At least working with you, that give me motivation to keep going.
Yeah, and you know, with me writing you in the hospital and shit like that.
That's a lot. Oh, that give me motivation to keep going.
Yeah, and like Big Mike was telling me that, you know, you were really shocked to know that, you know, someone from all the way East Coast, aka me, was holding you down, like, you know, from music to the hospital.
That's right. They let me know what I'm doing is working. Somebody recognize me out here.
Yeah. And you're not just okay, you're really great. Yeah, so what else is good with you?
Everything good, man. I'm just trying to get this shit. I got one banger on the radio. I'm so clean.
Yeah.
Radio banger. For every song, I do a picture. I make it look like an album cover for every song.
Okay.
It might just be a song. See, for each song, I got a picture. When the song come on, a different picture pop up.
Yeah.
For that song. Yeah, man, it's getting late. Gotta go to dialysis in the morning.
Oh, what's that?
You know, I'm on the machine.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta go get my blood cleaned 3 times a week.
Oh, was that because of the heart attack or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, most definitely keep grinding, because I know, you know, it's going to be great when I get your shit in the mail, and, like, you know, you're going to stay healthy.
Man, I ain't gonna get up. I'm gonna stay all of it, though.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear from you, though.
Shit, yeah.
Let me know. It's on and cracking.
Yep.
I'm coming with it.
Most definitely.
When I package this shit up and send it to you, I'm gonna hit you up. Let you know it's coming.
For sure.
I'm a one day or two. I'm a overnight it.
Okay. Who is that?
Kingpin.
Oh, I think the last time I did my radio show, which was May 15th, like I, you know, played that Clean as a Whistle, that I'm So Clean song, You Will Jamie Down Bad. Yeah, Jay Dirty sent me it. I was talking, you know, on the radio about, you know, you being in the hospital and all that. Yeah, and how's the Rolls Royce situation? Is it getting better?
Yeah, I don't want a couple grand on. I got a nigga with me. I was $3 yesterday.
Oh, what happened?
Nigga ran a game. I reached the money. He ran off with it.
Oh, what a scumbag.
Yeah, the only shit in the book.
Yeah.
It was all good, though.
Yeah, I hate to see you kind of got ripped off a bunch of times.
Yeah, this shit gonna come back triple, though.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, with you sending me the music and all that, I feel like, you know, there's some luck there.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna jump off.
Nancy?
What up?
I'm doing the damn thing. I'm reviewing those CDs you sent me.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's really appreciated, and you know, we don't get a lot of them bitches on the radio and shit. Yeah, you definitely, you know, grinding, and you know, it definitely shows in, you know, the CDs that you sent me, because it's like they're just really, really great, and they're really, really consistent.
I had a surgery yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, on my arm. You know, I'm on dialysis.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I had to go get my vein lifted up in my arm so they can do dialysis. My arm is still in my neck. Yeah, I'm tired, man. Medicine got me real tired.
Well, I'm glad I'm holding you down, and, you know, did 3 reviews so far for you today, and the night's not over. It's 12:38 where I'm at, and I got to do that 4th one because I got to keep it consistent.
Okay. I'm gonna see some more stuff, though. At least about 15 more new brand new shows.
Shit, yeah. Yeah, it's all about staying consistent. Alright. Most deaf.
I appreciate all this love, bro.
Uh-huh.